Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Forts High Seas official first tournament. Frazzz here as always. Now, do tell me if audio is working and everything, because I haven't streamed in a little while, and we've got some graphics and goodies going on, thanks to the lovely Forts developers and Bubberado and Curtis helping set up, who will also be joining me as we host these goodies. I'm hoping everything works. If anything breaks, don't blame me. So hopefully it's sounding all good. We're about to roll in here and we'll be introducing the teams and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys are ready for some fun. Now I'm going to jump across and get a hold of Incursus, Nose, Romero, Bubberado, and so on. Mike, it sounds crusty. Crusty? How? Crusty? Let me just check this a second. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. It shouldn't. It sounds fine to me. Now I need to... How do I check my own mic? So I hope you guys roll in here. Hope you guys are ready for some fun. And fun. I'm going to jump across it. Oh, I see. What the heck has happened to my mic? Mate. I'm working on it. Working on it. Does that sound any better? Yeah, there is a stream delay. There is actually a stream delay. Set to 30 seconds. It seems to be that what was happening with my audio... Is it still streaming? I have no idea. Is this still streaming? Is it good? What was happening with my audio is because I was given a pack of graphics and stuff, it made all my audio on the one track. So it was repeating my mic, basically. I'm hoping... Is it still running? I need to wait for a little bit to make sure it's all running, and then we're good to go, and then... Alright. Let's go and see what we can do here. Am I still running? Am I still live? I'm hoping that I'm still live. Put this out. Not there. I'm hoping that it's behaving, otherwise I'm some lag for a while, but it seems to work now. Yeah, okay. That's probably because I quickly restarted it, because apparently the stream delay just didn't decide to activate, because, yeah, logic. Right, let's get to it. Let's do this.
That's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, so, not as much as asking if he's Irish.
Oh god.
Who? What?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're just clarifying that you're Scottish, not Russian, and just making sure
Ah,
that everybody understands that.
Yeah, please do understand, because I've had some issues with that.
So while we wait for things to get configured here, High Seas has been out for a little while now, and
I thought you wouldn't have noticed.
And I was just wondering if you guys have noticed, like a different set of strategies that people are using, or is it mostly the same, but there's just that, okay, now the ammo system means this, or what are you guys noticing so far on sort of a higher level?
For one thing, the battles seem to be a lot more kind of calculated. It's all like build up weapons, build up ammo, build up resources, and then kind of all fire at once. It's more just kind of like a one coordinated attack than just like a little bit of pelting here and there. And additionally, with the new weapons having a lot of prerequisites with tech, a lot of people are just building all techs now, just so they can have access to everything, and especially those weapons like deck guns, which require the armory and the munitions plant. So we're seeing a lot more multi-tech builds and a lot of a bit more variation in that, which is very nice because the battles are that much better, in my opinion.
Indeed, everything about that is what I was going to say on that matter. It's the matches I think have lengthened slightly due to the requirement for multiple tech. The game has kind of slowed down, but with more of a purpose. Like say, if someone's going for deck guns, it will take them longer to get a meaningful amount of deck guns on the field, but it's very targeted, very specific strategy, and that suddenly hits very hard. Same kind of thing with the aircraft. It takes a while to get because you need the workshop to get the runway, and then you need the munitions plant or your factory, your laser factory, in order to get your Nighthawks or your Thunderbolts. And that takes a long time to build everything up, but once you fire it is absolutely devastating.
I would only add to that the aircraft are so vastly underestimated. I just wish more people would use them. Or not write them off. A lot of people seem to like write them off. It's like, oh no, they don't do enough damage, they don't do this, they don't do that. It's like, if you just... And I learned actually while playing the campaign as well, and spoke with Blammo about it, it's like you couple it with stuff. It's like you can do so much more. There's so many layers to it instead of just fire plane.
One thing that I've noticed is that you can almost, I won't say depend, but your teammates are much more likely to build anti-air now than they ever were before. And that has sort of, in combination with the increased upgrade time, reduced the amount of just warhead rushing they used to see. And I would say that orbitals in a way have kind of replaced it as the new warhead rush, but instead of being the, 3.5 minute, they're now much more of a 4 or 5 minute rush where they're relying on teammates to help them, which is, I think, very nice, actually.
I 100% agree, and it's actually also led to a dramatic rise of the Firebeam, both as an anti-air and anti-air option.
Yeah, very true. I also noticed there's a lot more kind of baiting going on. People are learning how to bait out the AA with, now that there's so much, especially like with flaks and gunners and everything. You fire one thing, let all the flaks waste their bullets, and then you fire all the rest of the things, and it kills them instantly.
You know what you don't do though? Is you don't build a deck gun on top of a tower.
Not advisable.
No, not advisable, because it will pop out your core. And I have video evidence of this happening to one of my teammates who didn't realize his core was sitting in the water. And we're screaming at him going, your core is in the water. And his boat, just the entire thing sinks to the bottom of the sea. It's just the core left because it literally popped out the core because it snapped in such a way. And we're sitting going, ha, ha, ha. And then the core blew up.
Oh no. That sounds about
nice.
Right to me.
Because he was following his deck gun shot, and he was, oh yeah, I know where I'm sitting, and it's like, you have no fort anymore, it's gone.
Angling weapons has become a bit easier as well, now that you can just kind of build under the water level on whichever side you want to angle, either up or down. So that's a nice little bonus from having it be in water.
Shields do actually, someone's asking, shields do they reflect orbital laser? They do.
Yes, they do.
Although the first thing is you don't want to get shot a bit with it in the first place.
Oh yeah. At least 85 domes just to make sure you never get hit with one. Alrighty.
We are just getting the lobby up and running, and hopefully I press the right button and things don't break. I don't
That's
know.
always helpful.
And I got to remember that if I ready up, then it's gonna get everybody going. If I remember.
Yes.
Oh yes, that's right.
Developer power is overwhelming.
I feel so powerful.
Hey, you can't take control of my computer. Damn it.
I don't remember that ever being a thing until like two events ago. So I wonder if something changed. If it's like B-Man was like, all right, I want some shorthand to make this actually work easier for me.
I think it was there from the get-go, from ages ago. I don't know, actually, maybe something changed. I can't remember. There's so many things that have happened in the game since it launched 5 years ago. So,
oh my gosh,
you know, that's actually reminds me that we've actually recently had our 5th anniversary, which is pretty amazing.
Wait,
pretty amazing that
does this mean
we're all still here?
Does this mean that I first started playing Forge when I was 28?
I assume so. If my math is correct.
I got older this week in curses, just so you know.
Happy birthday.
So that means I start.
Indeed.
Okay, you know what? I'm leaving. Bye.
You're too old for this.
Yeah.
What does that say about you?
I think I got the game. One of the first games I got on Steam, for me at least. Oh man. Just I think the day after it launched. I think that was
What Forts when you
for me was happening. Yeah.
And Cursus
wow.
was the one that won my very first like survival series. He was like a little nobody knew him, and then suddenly he's like, I have 100k subs now. It's like, oh.
Took a month.
That's about right, actually. Just that's what happened.
Yeah, pretty much.
In about
That's
that
awesome.
time frame too.
But Frazzz, you played Forts before we launched it,
Yep.
didn't you?
I met, well, I don't know if it was you, but I met you at EGX, and I was like, oh, I like this game. But then you were like, this tiny little YouTuber, he's just looking for keys. Go away.
Yeah, no, that I wasn't there, but Blammo and B-Man were, and yeah, they were. We did before Forts launched. We did all sorts of trade shows, you know, PAX and that sort of thing. And you know, had to travel the world and set up booths and, you know, wear Fort shirts and try and promote the game. And yeah, because, you know, before Fort's launch, we were trying to, you know, spread the word that it exists and get people excited about it.
Well, I have a business card that I was given, the original business card that has the email, the Facebook that I assume people still use Facebook. I think it's a WordPress, a Twitter, and here's a blast from the past, a Tumblr.
Hey, that one still exists.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have its same value anymore. The way Twitter's probably going to go.
That's true.
Fair.
Well,
I've
in-person events just seems like the before times already.
True.
Shall we quickly introduce the teams?
Indeed.
Let's go for it.
Okay, so let me just get that going first here. I'm going to go off the list that Rome gave me here. So I'll just make sure that I'm showing the right thing. So first team we have on our list here is Frazzz, it's the intro. The first team we have is Deathfridge, which has Eaton and Firework in it. Now, for some reason, Eaton called himself what? I don't know why he does that, but he did, and I didn't notice that it was actually him. So, anyways, what
He likes to do that just to mess with people.
that guy?
Oh yeah. Every tournament seems to be something different.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
We're just glad it's not sus.
Yeah.
or Seep.
Yeah, and look, Eaton has won so many tournaments. I think they're in with a good chance here. He also helped with testing and stuff, so we have to be fearful of him. Okay, so the next team is Seep, which has Mateo and Alex in it. And again, these guys are pretty prolific in their past tournament performance.
If I recall correctly, Mateo is actually the most badged player in all of Forts, yes?
I believe so. He's got, oh my god.
It's wild.
25? I think that's 25.
Holy moly. There's a lot of badges in the lobby.
Oh, yeah.
It's taking up the entire chunk of the screen.
Okay, so now the next team is No Buzzsaw, ? And in this team, we have Noah and MCC72K. Is that how he wants his name pronounced? I don't know.
That's been his name since the beginning of forever.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever asked him how he likes to pronounce.
Right.
I've just been pronouncing that since I don't know how long, and he's never corrected me on the matter.
Okay. Well, I guess he's been around for a while. Certainly Noah has been around. And Noah does his own bit of streaming as well. He's very supportive of the Forts community and stuff. And yeah, these guys are also very talented, very dedicated Forts players. And finally, our last team, like I said, we have only a few teams this time around, is, let me just update this here, Team No. And they are Gengar and Flynn Shadow. And yes, once again, seasoned veterans. These are all, so we have actually a very experienced tournament this time around. And with the small amount of teams, we're going to do a first here. We're going to do a round robin because that suits this smaller number of teams. And yeah, that's how we'll run things today. So there we are. And looking at the bracket, which looks to be up to date, it looks like game one is between Seep and No Buzzsaw.
Looks like it.
Our
we have
players
our
are
commander
already in the lobby,
lands.
and the commander lands have commenced. So we are about ready to start this.
All right.
I'm gonna end up breaking something, aren't I? I'm just like right. I'm pressing this button, and then I'm just like looking at my stream deck, and I'm like, none of them correspond with anything because I'm just using stuff from other streams, and I'm like, I'm gonna press something, and I'm gonna be suddenly like, I don't know, on the end screen where nobody should be. Any predictions?
I think we're missing a mod. We're missing the OBS mod. Sorry, not OBS. Observer Tools mod. That's what I meant to say.
Wait, I downloaded it. I didn't click on. Where are you? Romero, if you could be it or somebody. Yep, that'll do. That'll do nicely. There we go.
Now, we want, as far as the Observer Tools, we want the one. I don't think it's that one, because if we want to show the commanders, we need the one, the Observer Tools for what was it, Rome? Do you remember? It was a different one. Was it XXI?
I think Observer.
There it is. There it is.
Okay.
Okay.
He's linked it.
So
XXI.
rid of this one, get this one. Do we need the names?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have the names.
Bobberetta, why are you telling me to remove it?
I didn't mean to. Although it did alert you to that we had it without saying anything, so I guess it did kind of work.
You're just trying to trick me, aren't you? You're just trying to trick me.
Oh yeah. Just get rid of high
so-
seas. That's the part we have to get rid of.
Okay, I think we actually are ready. Sorry, folks. We're there's a lot of moving parts here, so.
And then we go
We'll
into
get
the
there.
splash, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so I'm not okay, right? But yes, we're ready. We're good. We're ready to go. Yeah.
Here we go.
Although I do believe that Nosehead can press play if he wants to.
Just waiting on one player here.
Wait, what? wants to start. I didn't click.
There we go.
And then we can hit the splash.
Frazzz hit buttons.
Alex.
Alex needs to ready up. He was not here, apparently.
I think he stepped out for a second, but he is back now.
But he has returned, so we'll be starting here when he readies up.
All right.
Is the
Okay.
Team communication is important.
Yeah. They're just trying to get themselves in the same.
And hello,
voice
everybody
chat.
in my chat. It's lovely to see you all. I hope you are having a
Playing with
lovely
Mateo
day.
in the past, being in VC with him is very, very helpful for 2v2 team games.
All right.
Here we go. Yay.
So
Time's up.
begins.
Let's do this.
All right. So just before we start here, Team Seep banned Warthog and No Buzzsaws banned Scattershot, so neither player can choose either of those commanders.
Hey,
And we're off.
I think things are working. If they're broken, then they're broken. It's not my fault.
They look like things are good. All right. So on the left side, we have Team Seep consisting of Mateo and Alex. And on the right, we have Team No Buzzsaw consisting of Noah and MCC.
Excellent.
And there we have it. The left-hand side has chosen the Overdrive Commander, which is its strengths lie in its ability to upgrade its tools and weapons, all of its devices and such. And it's a very popular commander for teams that are looking to go with the deck guns, as deck guns have 3 upgrades, getting that extra barrels each upgrade. So they can actually utilize that upgrade benefit frequently, and it makes it far, far more powerful just being able to get out all of those deck gun upgrades that much faster. But their opponents on the right-hand side have gone for Architect. Architect's main strength, and some people argue with me on this, but its main strength comes in its cheaper and faster wood spam abilities. Its passive ability grants, the passive effect of the commander grants each player a reduction in cost for each strut of wood, as well as a minor construction speed boost. And this enables you to do things like deal with the nuclear launch a bit easier, because when your opponents launch the missiles at you, you can just wood spam out the front, and it costs less to repair. Now, Architect does have a little bit of a different active ability in that it's not wood related, it just straight gives you like double construction speed for all of your weapons, which is quite nice and amazing for tech switches.
Indeed. Another thing about Architect is she really does bank on getting shot at first. So if the other team is going early aggression like nukes or any other thing like that, Architect has a better chance of coming out on top with that additional build speed with the active ability. So it's very helpful, and the fact that you want to get shot first is kind of what you're looking for, so you can come back heavier and harder with your retaliation.
Looks like we already have the first shot going off.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite of what I was saying there. Team 2 is firing first with the
It's
EMPs.
like, how dare you say, how dare Bobberetto speak that this would work? How about we just go and hit things? Also, these forts are taking on some interesting contemporary art styles.
Yeah, High Seas I've noticed has done that a bit more than regular standing forts.
I've seen some crazy stuff, and it's just like, what? How is that standing? What?
Yeah.
So I want to point out the EMP. This is actually a fairly... I don't know why this is rising in popularity so much, because it worked once versus me, and then it's just been punished horrendously
So
every
we have
single
you
time.
to blame.
No. People were doing it before they tried it on me, and then they tried it on me to show it off. It's like, because I laughed at it, saying it wasn't going to be strong. But the way it works is, because you're keeping the technology anyways, getting an early EMP and shutting down the opponent's fort, even for a single hit, is a huge amount of value in terms of just slowing down your opponent. So you can get an EMP, you can slow down your opponents, make them react to you, and all that costs you is the value of this EMP, whereas the opponent actually has to suffer the effects of having their entire economy shut down for, 15 seconds or so, which is kind of rough. So it turns out to be a pretty okay investment. And that's why we're seeing the EMP here. It's actually fairly common across every matchup where we're seeing weapon rush builds like the fire beam, plasma beam, and the like.
Both are going orbital laser.
Yes, that is an important aspect of this match. As you can see above each top player's base, there are these little openings, kind of spikes that allow an orbital laser or some sort of weapon from the sky to come straight through, right to the core. As you can see, I think both players now, nope, just Mateo has a shield placed right next to his mines so that a laser can't come straight through. But that's why you can see both bottom players have orbital lasers either constructed or constructing, just so they can capitalize on the map and the way it's built. Definitely something that's very popular on this map. I've seen that with pretty much every match. On.
Yes,
a little bit.
One other go for it.
One other feature of this map is that little area of water behind the bottom section. It can actually be built in if top base wants to either build down to it, or for instance, someone suggested a course swing. I don't know if I'd suggest that.
Goodbye front of base. Looks like we're gonna have retaliation.
I was going to say, I think the primary driving factor behind this map is how close the boat bases are. This means that attempting to defend against the laser is just extremely difficult, and it is the primary motivating factor for going laser in this. It just is nice that you can take advantage of the top base there.
That's a nice
defensive laser.
Hey, if it works, it works. You don't want to hit with the orbital. It hurts.
Very true. Uh-oh.
Although they seem to be retaliating quite well.
Noah has his back turbines. Looks like he's about to be expanding to get more, as 2 turbines is really not enough. You can see his energy up here is struggling, to say the least. Additionally, something of note, Noah still doesn't have a shield above his core, so if an orbital laser were to hit him, he would not make it.
Ooh, that's a heavy hit. Taking out some of his energy production.
Here comes another orbital.
Yeah, that would be very, very painful.
Oh dear.
Hit.
But
there is a shield there.
It will knock down the whole front half of the fort.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice shot.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Still not enough energy. I was gonna have to get more turbines than that.
For energy here.
He has enough metal, just no power.
Why is he still not placed a shield? Does he not think that an orbital laser could come at him?
I don't know. It's definitely very risky, as they just lost all their flak in the shots before, and Alex does have a shotgun taking out all the gunners. It's very, very risky. If he gets hit once, basically, he is done for.
Well, I guarantee you it's just because he doesn't have the energy, so he's not... it's a risk he's willing to take. He's gone with the rear turbines, but that costs you energy production if done in this manner. So he doesn't have the extra energy to throw around. For him, it's a matter of either I have weapons or I have an energy shield. I can't have both. And until such a time as he gets an extra array of turbines to fix that problem, it's just the way his base is going to be.
Well, now without a laser, he doesn't need as much energy now. Hopefully he gets that shield down sooner, or else could be bad.
Yeah. You say that, but he still doesn't have energy.
True. Well, he is still expanding, so I guess we'll have to see. Mateo seems to be doing fine for energy now. Probably going to get a fire beam soon to, oh, nope, a second laser. All right.
Like, no, okay, that one. Yep.
Both are good ideas.
Yep. The damage does damage. Okay, that'll do. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I just want to point out that I just love this background. I love it. I love the red sort of like, because it feels very ominous when you're fighting. It's like, yeah. And then the music and the sound effects, because we like the bassy booms.
Oh yeah.
I like how Mateo's sniper doesn't even have a door, and it's winning the sniper duels. That's
It's just
two
got a
wins
small
in a
enough
row.
opening.
He's got a tiny, he's like tiny little. I'm here. Oh.
I bet with that little space, he probably couldn't even put a door there, at least directly.
Yeah, it's got this tiny, and then it's got sandbags on the top and everything. It's like, and you can even see where it is because it's not covered up. It's just like, it is so. That must be like the most infuriating thing right now. Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
The biggest Chad move.
that done.
Just nice.
What?
Uh-oh, firebeam.
Oh, shotgun comes through.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've noticed on this map, you need shotguns. You need something that had like the last line of defense to kill those orbital launcher projectiles.
That's the
if you
one
get
thing
hit,
I've noticed with
it's
high
not good.
seas actually, is the shotgun is used way more than it ever has been for me in matches anyway. Like you see it a lot more often. It seems to have had a bit more, maybe not a resurgence, but maybe found its calling, so to speak. Also, ow!
Yeah.
Secondary explosions causing some core damage, but
We have 42% there remaining. Team 1 is currently on the upper hand if the time goes to 0. Just over halfway through this match. We're gonna have to see how it goes. Something additionally with the extra use of shotguns now with this DLC is Warthog. I've been using Warthog's auto shotguns more lately, just because they're very nice. They do quick work of the projectiles.
I am entirely
don't have to control them.
convinced that is why Warthog is getting banned more often now.
Oh yeah, it's
just
very
the auto
helpful.
shotguns.
Are people banning poor old Warhog?
I know.
It's so
Additionally,
powerful.
Warthog affects
Oh my
a
lord!
lot of things now.
Oh my, trade for trade going on there. What a fire! Oh,
And he's gone.
wow, that's a core gone.
Looks like
Door
a
snipe
secondary
into
explosion.
door snipe. The secondary
Yeah.
explosions after Team 2 Seep, that door snipe was enough.
Oh, did that hit? That
But
hit.
was it enough?
Yep.
It lands.
That might take out the
massive
orbital launcher.
damage.
Oh, or not.
No, but it will.
Oh my gosh.
Trim the core a little.
There's
Oh,
not
jeez.
much left. Alex suffering very hard from that one. If MCC can get off another shot, it's gonna be another 60 seconds. That's gonna give Alex time to rebuild. This is going to be rough for Team 2, but it's not
Yep.
impossible.
Yeah, because he's got another
just-
orbital kind of building, but it'll be a little bit time before he can actually get it running.
Indeed.
Very true.
Mateo from the top base is redesigning his front ends to focus more on anti-air because that's the only thing they really need right now. He's got to keep his teammate alive.
Oh.
And I'm not sure yet,
Well,
yeah.
goodbye,
This-
cruel world.
We'll definitely touch the core. There it is.
And it's gone. There we
Oh,
have
that
Team 1
was-
with the victory.
That was sore to. What the? Did he just drop his core?
He did.
Oh, jeez.
Oh jeez.
Oh.
Well played. All right, so 1 point is awarded to Team Seep.
That was yeah. See, I've seen some people complain about the orbital laser, which makes absolute zero sense. Because they'll be like, oh, you know, the orbital lasers, you know, it's too powerful. It's like, it's an orbital laser.
Yeah.
Did
Has it
you
in the name?
expect it? It's like, you can take out the projectile before it hits you, and if it gets through, it's probably sheer luck, plus God knows what other RNG type things are going on. And it needs to cause damage because there's a lot of build up to actually get it. Because you need to get the, you know, the hard point. You need to get the research. You need to get the ammo, and then you can fire it, and then it can be taken out by a single shotgun.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of risk
right.
involved with using that weapon, which is why this map is such a good showcase of it. Not only the map is kind of caters more towards the orbital launcher or the orbital laser, but it's very close range, which helps it get through. That map is a very good showcase of the power of the orbital laser.
Mm.
All right.
I just like the laser. It's very pretty.
The laser is nice. It looks so good.
So next up we have No versus Death Fridge.
Now, I really need to know where this No came from. Like the name. Why are they called No? Just No.
I'm more curious
best
about
not
Death
to
Fridge.
answer. It's best not to ask these questions.
Aw.
Originally,
Aw.
Team No was
geez.
called Duckerditos, but then after a teammate had to leave, they switched to No, and their team tag is Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Oh,
Ah,
man.
my head hurts.
Oh man. And then the
that's the
Death Fridge team is I don't know where they find these images, but their team logo is something interesting.
What even is that?
It looks like a big tank.
Is that a tank on
Oh,
top
man.
of tanks?
Tall tanks.
Tall tanks. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game in the world now. Is Tall Tanks.
It's got separate stories. They've got an elevator inside as well.
Spaghetti's better, Billy.
Oh jeez.
All right, so
Fall right over.
we're waiting
We're
on
waiting.
No, or is that
I-
Average? I don't know. This says
Yes, we're just
KV2.
waiting on Team No.
Are we switching to Black Seas?
Correct.
Yes, please.
I think so.
Done.
Another very fun map. Oh, it's also nice. It's all water.
I was talking, what was it, during my last stream where we were doing the 4v4 version of this map where it's just 4 boats in a row.
Mm.
There's actually some fairly significant kind of implied responsibilities based on where you spawn, which position, which base you're given. Because if you spawn in front, you have the ability to use the entire front face of your boats to assault the opponents or defend yourself, whereas everyone behind you can't realistically do that because you are in front of them. And if they were to try to do something like place anti-air in the front of their boat, all that's going to happen is shoot the back of your boat instead of, defending you. So it creates these interesting positional responsibilities where you have to actually perform a specific role based on where you spawn, based on which fort you're given.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very exaggerated in the 4v4 variants because the rear base can build as tall as they want without blocking their teammates. The forward base just naturally has this extra space in front of them, whereas the two teammates in the middle, they can't build up without completely invalidating any of their rear teammates from doing anything. And they can't use the front of their base either, so they have to both build these kind of very short and stubby bases that have weapons which fire up and over like artillery trajectories. So it's an interesting semi-forced layout, it's a semi-forced role you have to play just based on which boat you spawn in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's seen here on this map to a lesser degree. You have to deal with the same kinds of things, but being only 2v2, you don't have to play so strict around it.
Yeah, the roles thing kind of reminds me of Walls of Iron, how you kind of have to go through the front person first if they're the only one there. Obviously, you can do artillery, like you were saying, with deck guns and all the new weapons, but kind of that whole kind of role thing. Oh, that's a fun map, Walls of Iron.
I guess it's interesting in those cases. Are people organized enough where somebody sort of becomes the general, and says, yeah, you do this, you do this, you do this, or if people can clue in to do that naturally, you know what I mean?
I tried to do that, and then nobody listens to me. They all go and do their own things, and then they go, we died. It's like, well, that's your own fault.
Oh, yeah. I think it's
Ban
highlighted
Scattershot?
when we have events like this. Oh, interesting. I think it's highlighted when we have events like this where people are all in voice chats, and it's not just random games. These people are all working together and kind of collaborating on one common goal, not losing. So I think it highlights it in these matches and these tournaments and everything like that. When in regular lobbies where you just have random people, it might work slightly, but we've all played with random lobbies before.
Have? So I take it I think we're about good to go for this.
Getting
next
closer,
one.
just doing the
Looks
commander
like it.
bands at the moment.
Yes.
Which commander are you not allowed?
It looks like. Okay, I see. I've noticed Scattershot is banned quite often as well. Those 20 mils are very scary.
It's not even the 20 mils. It's the snipers.
Snipers are also very terrifying.
The snipers, the double shot snipers, they one shot the fire beams. They break. It enables you to break cannons, because cannons take 3 sniper shots, and you can only get 2 shots through the doors. But if you have scatter shot, you can get that 2 shots becomes 4 shots, which is enough to take care of cannons. It's wild.
Gengar just coming out there to say, everyone watching, Bob Ratto's real name isn't Bob. I hate to tell you, but my name's not Frazzz, and Incursus isn't called Incursus.
He DM'd me just before the tournament started asking, and I was like, no. I mean, I guess mine is probably might be the most realistic.
No, mine's probably the most realistic.
Yeah, yours
to be
is
fair.
close.
Mine's
I
very
could be
close.
Robert.
Mine's technically actually my nickname.
Makes sense. I don't know.
All right, the player's ready.
Excellent. Now the
Looks like
goodies
it.
begin. And we are, well, yes, we're going into the intro thing, jig.
My friends in school sometimes call me Bob, and I just out of force of habit, I'm like, I respond to him like, wait a second, don't start this. don't do it.
It's like, no.
I've got 2 names now.
Okay, here we go.
Time's up. Let's do this.
No.
Into the next match.
This is,
All right.
it's not loading for me. Why is it not loading?
Big death fridge, big tank.
It just says no. It's not bringing up the others for me. Doesn't like me.
I like No's team logo as well.
So are they trying to say no Buzzsaw? Is that what they're trying to say there?
I think there is a team that's called No Buzzsaws, but I'm not
There
sure.
is. Yeah.
Yes.
They are in this
Confusing
tournament.
times. Oh man. All right. The game screen up here. All right. On the left side, we have Team No, consisting of Gengar and Flynn Shadow. And on the right side, we have Team Deathfridge, consisting of E10 and Firework. E10 and Firework, Deathfridge banned Spook, and Team 1 here, Team No, banned Scattershot. So no spying shenanigans or scary 20 mils and snipers.
Yet.
For now.
For now, yeah. Those, especially with the good players in the lobby, snipers, double shot snipers are very scary because they're most of the time very accurate.
Yes, it's just basically double damage on your sniper shots, and snipers are already oppressive when in the hands of the top tier players.
Oh yeah, very, very scary. The laser deniers.
Like, that's the thing, like, lasers become a liability at some point.
Like we saw in the last match, when they're that close to the core, it really starts to take a toll on the core total HP.
Absolutely. We saw one of the players, Noah, actually go down because his laser beam got sniped too many times. It's brutal. It's very strong. So it is not at all a surprise to see it banned.
And you know what you
Also,
can do? Is you
Scattershot
don't build
had-
things near stuff because it'll just go pop.
Yeah, that's usually a good rule of thumb. Interesting. So Team No here has chosen to go with the commander Warthog. So they will be going for most likely tier 2 heavy weaponry. So it looks like we have two two cannon techs here, munitions plants. I always forget the name, and then I remember it the second after. And then team 2 here is going overdrive, so looks like deck guns, possibly. We already have a hard point put down by the front player here.
Yeah, so we have one hard point apiece for the team 2 players.
Someone's away a walk.
On the way.
Or tried to go on a walk and then got told no.
It looks like they're trying to expand up.
This is a 4 versus 4 map. And 2 of the bases are not spawned in because there are only 2 players per team. So this means that there is actually extra foundation nodes which the rear boat bases can connect to. I don't know if that's going to be part of their strategy in the early game. It is not impossible to go for an early and heavy expansion like this because it costs a lot to connect up there. And it takes even longer to pay off. But if you're just looking to get the economy, you can absolutely just expand your own boats. You don't need to invest so heavily in expanding to the new region. But it is an option, and it's an option I expect both teams will take if this game goes a bit longer.
There is a lot of hard points. a lot of hard points.
Yeah, like we were saying with overdrive here, this is really the part of piece of overdrive. All those hard points are going to get upgraded very quickly when they have the active down. Just going to be very helpful for team 2. Oh jeez, that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't expect the most I've been able to get realistically is 6 hard points. I don't expect we're going to see that here because that's a bit too greedy.
6?
Just 3 hard points is sufficient in most cases.
Yeah, 3 is pretty good. 6 helps when you're trying to do a lot of distracting. If they have a lot of AA, you can just have a few extras lying around just to distract more and still have a big
obviously
payload.
I do really like about the sort of fact that you can go between focused and the unfocused versions is I've had teammates that's like, say there's a boat right at the back, they'll build hard points and then they'll build the deck guns, but they'll leave them on the scatter so that they fire up and all the anti-air will go for them, so your focus shots can go straight for them.
Yeah, I've noticed that's the biggest use for the spread. It just helps to distract AA even more. Each one acts like its own kind of individual shot. Distracting the
are we getting a tier 3 cannon?
Oh. Uh-oh.
The deck guns.
Yes, deck guns incoming.
So this is actually something that I was wondering about, and I strongly suspected that we would see this in this tournament. The return of the tier 3 as an actual
Been gone for a
weapon.
while. Been gone for a very long while.
He just hit his teammate.
A little bit there. That was a nice shotgun shot.
Just a little bit off the top.
Just a trim,
As I was saying, the tier 3s, they were never a really, I'm going to say, a strong weapon. Obviously they can be used, obviously they can get damage done. I have more streams and more content showing hours and hours upon hours of actual tier 3s being immeasurably devastating. But in a competitive setting, they just don't stand up to really any other weapon. And that was until the release of High Seas. I strongly suspected
dear.
A heavy hit.
Oh, it's
Nice
still
shot.
standing, no, still standing. Somewhat.
Uh-oh, they really want that
barely.
gone.
They know what's
Yeah,
sitting,
like
because
you're saying,
obviously
increases
it's
a lot of
completely
damage.
out in the open. You can see what it's doing. It's like, I'm just going to tease you with this giant carrot that's going to blow you up in your face and you're not going to be able to do anything about it.
Oh,
Yes.
hello.
Oh,
the howitzer.
Nice retaliation there.
Howitzer is
Oh,
very
the
similar to
Warthog.
deck.
wait, what? The
Oh, he's going to
TF2?
be able to fire a 3rd time too. No, the commander
Oh,
ability
yeah.
for Warthog is the fast reload if your howitzer shell gets shot down. So it's just a matter of having the energy to fire it another time, which
Here comes
Other
another.
thing-
Oh, there's nothing to stop that.
Uh-oh.
triple deck gun lands.
Oh, nice shot.
That's so many deck gun.
Well, Team 2 has their active again. Gonna be able to do a lot of damage with that tier 3 once it's done if they can land the shots. That's really what matters.
Yes.
Gotten rid of the.
Uh-oh.
Oh, gotten rid of the heavy, so it's.
So
Oh my
this
lord!
is the problem that I see with this particular strategy, because Flynn Shadow has expanded so heavily in the early game. It's just like it took him 7 minutes to get that working. That's just too slow. It took him about 7.5 minutes. That's so slow. The game is almost decided by that point. Look, their opponents have 3 level 3 deck guns by now. Like that's just so much damage output. And his first tier 3 looked like it's completely missed the entire map.
He's turning into meat shield. It looks like, to be honest.
Looks like it's gonna be a lot of eco there lost.
But that core is now vastly exposed. That well, never mind. Well, that's that gone.
Rest in peace, Gungar.
Gengar.
Yeah, Flynn here is gonna need to.
You already
just
see
build
Team
out,
2
kill a lot of shotguns.
preparing for that tier 3. They've got meadow, they've got sandbags, everything above their cores.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
That was a nice fake. Ooh, tier 3.
There is shotguns all over the place to try and keep them at bay. But I don't know. He's already fired the cannon twice, I think, and twice it's been overshot.
Right, he hit the last one.
Oh.
Oh.
Now there goes another one.
Firing that tier 3.
He's
Really
aiming at
needs
his
to.
rear opponent.
Uh-oh.
Where did?
Ooh.
What?
If he hits the same spot there,
Wait, how did that?
oh,
that is a door and a half.
Uh-oh.
Swing and a miss.
Never mind.
Ooh, that's gonna. Never mind. Here comes another salvo though. That completely missed. That shotgun tried to hit that and it just didn't do anything.
Looks like he's opting to manually fire.
Yeah.
Oh, takes out one.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
And that's it.
Oh, that's
And
it.
that's-
Everything is gone.
That's
The
pretty rough.
cruel,
It's gone.
cruel world turns against him.
Yes.
If only
And
he
now-
was shotgun with had the barrels.
And now ye. Ow. Yep.
As I was saying with the tier 3s, damage-wise, they're amazingly destructive. It's just this particular implementation going for such an early expansion. That's too heavy of an investment. Like the game was decided before his weapons were actually fielded.
Ooh.
Very well played. Team Death Fridge coming out on top. Yeah, those deck guns are so brutal. Especially when you have like 800 million of them.
And the Team 2 curse lifted early this tournament.
Oh yeah,
Only
that's
took a little
right.
bit.
Death Ridge of Team 2 actually got their first victory.
Okay, so it looks like we're in round 2 now with Death Fridge versus Seep.
Death Ridge versus Seep. Interesting.
Oh, I just saw the AI tournament badge that Ethan has and thought it was a developer badge. And like, wait, hold on. Something's wrong here.
He's played the game so well, he became a developer.
He has enough hours for it too. Oh man, I think B-Man has like 8,000 hours or something like that in the game. Something like that.
Well, yeah, and then all the you got to remember he started working on it in 2003. So
Oh yeah. All those accumulated hours.
Before it even came anywhere near Steam and Valve and all that.
Okay, and then you have Mando, who has 8,600. I think he has to just leave the game open for days on end. So many hours.
I don't know.
Mando does a whole lot of content creation stuff. I imagine it's leaving the game open while making content or
Yeah, very true.
doing something else. Like he has the game open in the background while doing scripting stuff kind of deal.
Oh yeah. Tanya has about 4,000 as well, making all the changes to Tanya's mod over the years. Oh, I miss those days.
Okay, so we need Death Fridge is going to be team 1, I think. Yep.
They're set, and then we're just waiting on Team Seep.
Seep.
Yep, we got Mateo and Alex. This is going to be a good match.
Mateo and
This
Alex
is going to be a very nice
versus
match.
Firework and Eaton. It's a classic.
Yeah. We've seen previous battles with Eaton and Mateo. Usually they're very equally matched, I think.
Yes.
It usually
Yes, they
goes either way.
And it makes me happy to watch.
Oh yeah. Mateo, one of the few that can really go against Eaton.
Someone just saying it's like 8K hours is almost a year.
I think it's how much?
But
Let's see.
how many hours are in a year?
8,760.
Yeah, so that's actually
pretty close.
Pretty close.
Oh jeez. I've got a fourth of a year. Oh my god.
So much time spent, but it's so good. I thoroughly enjoy getting lost in a project, be it a game or something of the sort. Just like
Oh yeah.
when I wake up, when I sit down to work on something and wake up 3 days later, that's when I know it's been a good time.
I remember that happening with the first time I played Factorio. It just suddenly was bright out, and then suddenly it wasn't anymore. And I was like, oh, it's been like 6 hours. I should eat
That's
something.
all? I think the game I have that is with Homeworld in Sins of Solar Empire. But like, oh yeah, there's 16 hours passed. Oops.
Yeah, it seems like factory games do that the best with me. Satisfactory as well. Just get lost in that beautiful planet. Oh man. All right. Looks like we're doing commander bands now.
Mateo has a very good ping, so he must be close to Frazzz somewhere.
That's like on the same island.
What are you trying to say
Yeah,
about
so
this
that's
island?
5G going there. Oh. Pretty good.
I think he's
man.
in France.
Competitive advantage.
If he's
Yeah, it
in
should be.
France, that's still that's actually kind of scarily good ping for being in France.
It's pretty good.
And can I have that internet? Because I'm fed up with mine. Virgin Media
Alright.
has been, for some reason, just dying out across the entirety of the UK like once every week now for the past like 5 or 6 weeks, and everybody's like, "What are you doing?" As soon as the other ones
Okay,
get in this area, I'm like, "Bye."
Are we ready?
I think we are.
I believe so.
Team 2 hasn't given their bans yet.
Oh,
All right. So we have okay,
That's
and just
Alex
Seep
or
is
Mateo.
at the band.
needs to post their ban.
Yes, and the next map will be Sun and Oil, right? Yeah. Nice.
Yes. Map is already
Yeah.
set.
Everything is set. We're ready to go. We're just waiting on whoever wants to ban who. I say we ban Bobaretto for being good.
No.
Wait, he's not a commander. Never
Oh, don't worry. That already happened.
mind.
That band's been in place for a while now.
I had a core 2 seconds ago. Where'd it go? Bobaretto happened. Oh, the spook has
There
been
we go.
banned. I haven't seen many people using spook, though, personally.
Because it's banned every
That's
match.
because it's banned every
Uh,
time.
oh, okay.
Just wait until the time it isn't banned.
You'll
You'll see that.
seems to not like her, or well, I guess everyone seems to like her a lot. I guess.
Yeah.
okay. I think we're good.
Like we
Alright.
are.
Let us begin, shall we?
Time's up. Let's do this.
No?
Maybe.
Yes. Should we hit start?
Awesome. Okay, here we go.
Interesting.
I
get it,
have to get
and-
my generic statement to say when the lobby's ready to go.
My intro slide still is stuck on no.
Oh.
Odd.
Interesting.
The intro is for you want to show the splash and then the HUD.
Well, there we go.
Intro was for the thing we did at the very beginning.
Yes. All right.
Pineapple, you saying about the Virgin? Because like in our area, we don't have anything that offers gig internet other than Virgin.
Firework and
which is annoying.
E10, of course.
But some of the other areas are coming in because they get 1 gig up and 1 gig down. I just need them to build here first, and then I'm going to be like, bye.
Consisting of Alex and Mateo.
Terrible.
We had the usual bans this time with Eaton and Firework banning Scattershot and Mateo and Alex banning Spook. So the usual suspects.
In an interesting twist, both teams have gone with the Overdrive commander, which kind of implies it's so rare to see Overdrive chosen and not go for deck guns, because Overdrive is just the deck gun commander now. So just seeing the commander just screams deck guns to me.
Bubbarel Kronk's asking if he should ban you.
No.
The front boat does start with a hard point on this particular map. Well, the rear has, the rear boat. Well, the front boat has planes.
Oh, you got there in the end.
Yes. So on this map in particular, there's two major strategies I see with the front boat. Either sell the planes and go deck guns, or just use the planes. It generally is the two strategies.
I mean, what other way would there be? Sink the planes?
It's exactly.
Sure. Swing them.
There we go.
We can sell in the planes. No, Pyro's not in this.
True.
I am
Attached
curious
thrusters.
to see that no one is attempting to use the planes, because the plane that's 3 Thunderbolts, which is enough to break the cores if you catch someone off guard.
Do you expect like pros of this level though to be able to be caught off guard?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I take that back.
And matches like these with so much happening, I've noticed that as well. In at least high seas, there's a lot of stuff going on all at once. It's hard for even pro players to really keep a hold on everything, which is kind of nice. Nice change of pace.
Mind games are absolutely a thing, especially when the mind game includes using a material which would otherwise take 4 minutes to build.
True. Which, speaking of, it looks like Alex is keeping the planes and building a runway here, and also building a was it a factory? Might be going for the Nighthawks. Oh,
there it is.
Good timing.
So we're going to see a Nighthawk player here. I'm curious to see that he got the armory so quickly. That's just going to be for defensive measures.
Yeah, they see E10's deck guns and are going to be going flak. Need flak, more flak. Cannot have enough. Looks like Mateo has some positions for it as well above his core. That's usually a good place. You want to go high with those just so they can defend not only you but your teammate as well. Looks like the deck guns have started. Firing them first is always just a good idea, as when you upgrade them, the reload time resets. So you want to fire and then upgrade.
Indeed. Interesting that Eaton has actually left his deck guns exposed. Which, I mean, I guess that's fair. They are quite tanky. They are also kind of hard to hit because Fireworks base is in front of it. But if there's any kind of drop shot going around, it could be devastating.
If only like something like planes did that, that would be bad.
That would be very bad.
And by bad, I mean very, very explosive, which is good.
That is very typical Eaton. Extraordinarily greedy, and generally left unpunished for reasons beyond my understanding.
We'll have to see if Alex goes for the deck guns first, as that's probably a good target for right now. It looks like Firework is getting an orbital launcher.
It's a bait target is what it is. You had to go through an entire extra layer of flak to get to them.
Oh yeah.
If you take
Well,
out
while having them
firework, there's
unprotected, they're definitely
deck
going to have a lot of flak, a lot of defenses.
Yeah.
And Curtis, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Now, you said Overdrive is like the sort of deck gun commander in that. Who would you
Yes.
say is the one for planes?
As far as I can tell, there really isn't. I'm a fan of Buster because Buster's active dramatically increases the firepower of the Thunderbolts. But outside of that, there aren't a whole lot of commander synergies that work with planes.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
have to agree with that. Buster is my favorite with him, or with the planes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Using that flak.
Oh, no!
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of which, there we go.
Right to the
That's what I love
core.
to see. Planes used.
Didn't even need the Nighthawk for that, but just had it there just in case. Domes activating to defend against the multitude of deck guns coming in here from Eaton.
That was just the
hello,
three-starter
Hassan.
Thunderbolts that
Lovely
did
to
that.
see
He
you.
fired the Nighthawk behind it, but the core was already destroyed by the time it landed. Just by the three-starter Thunderbolts. You can have those launched at around 4-ish minutes into the game. He waited to get the Nighthawk out at closer to 6 minutes, but you could just eliminate a player 4 minutes in with that start, and that's something I don't see enough of, in my opinion.
So see Mateo here. See where his very top bit of his fort? Imagine 2 extra layers on that, and that's where someone in my team built a deck gun.
I mean,
Uh-oh.
it'll do
Oh!
it. Massive damage.
So yeah, they built a deck gun, and they didn't double brace or anything, and then just a little bit back of the side of the core here, after you fired it, it snapped away. And then the core went.
Yeah, those deck guns have quite a bit of recoil.
You would expect them to.
Yes.
They're found on battleships for a reason.
True. Does the amount of recoil increase with the amount of barrels? I'm trying to think. I'm not sure.
Developers.
I don't know actually. I don't know that one.
I feel like it would make sense if they did, but
Yeah.
adding real world stuff to video games doesn't work.
Good
Well.
shot.
The energy
nice.
domes didn't activate on that one, which is unfortunate.
Looks like the angle was just a bit off.
Yeah,
Indeed.
they can be a little fickle if you don't put it slightly right. They'll just be like, nah, I don't want to. I'm having a coffee today.
It looks like
Yeah, with
Eaton
an angle like
has-
that, would have gone right under it.
Looks like Eaton has covered up his weapons now.
That's very, very. Yeah, that makes me nervous. The
I'm seeing the
absolute
Nighthawks being built.
tiny hole there.
Hey, the smaller the hole, the harder it is to hit.
Very true.
I usually have just seen so many people blow themselves up.
Deck guns do have a tendency to do that, it seems.
Yeah. Every time it's like one of
If
my
you're not
teammates
careful.
just going to hit myself. And you're just like, what? And half their forts are missing because they blew themselves up with a deck gun that would.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Little trim
shot.
off, you know? Get rid of that fringe a little bit. There's one Nighthawk, because I always feel like the main sort of thing I see about the planes for people is saying it just takes too long to get the ammo up. And that's why they think it's not viable. But I don't personally agree. What the? Did he just use...
Nice smokestack. It didn't even die. I think he deleted it.
Oh!
Oh,
Well,
Oh my
that's that one.
gosh.
That's,
GG.
yeah. Not even just second shy of 9 minutes. Ouch. That looked sore and painful.
Oh.
Matthew just... Wait,
Mateo's
what?
score.
Did that just do what I think it did?
Oh, I'm gonna need to see that.
It just somersaulted out of it. Oh,
Yeah, all that weight on top of the tower. Oh my gosh.
this is weird because I can't see the replay. Makes me sad.
Oh, the core is with the water physics is very fun.
I can't see the replay. Ah.
Why? Oh no.
I as dedicated host.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna. Where are you? Where?
Oh, mine are already. I already went back.
Okay.
Oh man. All
I'm
right,
just
well
gonna go
played.
and steal Incursus's stream a second. It's the
That's
thing.
what
I'm
we're
the
here for.
dedicated host, so Nosehead controls me. I don't approve, but it's the thing for the day.
We appreciate your dedication, Frazzz.
As a dedicated
man.
server.
Oh yeah.
Very pretty.
Alrighty. Well, up next we have match 4. Team No Buzzsaws going against Team No. This is going to get confusing very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's the matchup you wanted. No Buzzsaws versus no. With a Buzzsaw.
No versus no. Who will win? Yes.
All right. So you've got Noah and MCC on
I hope
Team
you guys
Buzzsaw
all in
and
chat are
Team
actually having a good time
Geiger
because it's
and
been a little
Flynn
while
Shadow
since I streamed an
existing
official
in Team-
tournament.
or,
You want to see
in
more?
Team
Let
No.
me know, obviously. And if you're seeing this after, then let us know too, because it's
to
fun.
see
Aha!
who they ban
Let's do this.
and our next map, what that'll be. I noticed something while we were watching that last match. Players like what Mateo did. Well, one player is usually dedicated to just a lot of AA. You really need it against players that you know are going to be doing triple deck gun and orbital laser like Firework had before he met his demise. A lot of AA is required. No.
Bob, I was wondering if you would see the chat.
Oh no.
Whatever happened to that young lad Barbaretto during that famous Forge tournament? He was banned from left. He was banned from the right. He was banned in the middle. And he was never seen again. Can I have a voice acting
jeez.
role now?
New salvo here.
Hmm.
Oh man.
I had lunch with Salvo the other day.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
Anything to report?
He's doing well.
That's good.
I love the whole that character is so well done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like everything about it is just perfect.
It's the
My
perfect
other,
reporter voice.
My other favorite character is Fred. Fred was a kind of almost a throwaway character in the very first campaign. And or was it in, maybe it was in Moonshot, I can't quite remember now. My memory. And but Fred comes back in High Seas.
Oh
and
yeah.
is much more significant.
Definitely
No spoilers though. No spoilers.
Oh no. Of course not.
Oh, but there's the small spoiler of I'm in it.
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah. You get rescued, I think, a couple times.
Yeah, I noticed. I was just like, well,
We all
this
get
is
to
very
rescue
in
Frazzz.
character right now.
It's one of the selling points. Save Frazzz.
Yeah, so it's like, what has? Like, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I get rescued. I'm getting blown apart. I'm getting rescued. Don't use them. You might blow that apart. I was like, all right, well, I see what you have been doing. You have been researching, and okay.
They use your videos as
What does Frazzz do most? Die.
Speaking of which, I love the emote that you've made from the character face.
It's so great.
That was
It's
but that was
so
actually
good.
some of the Forts community. They were saying we should do this, and then we made it the sort of character. But then they were like, they got a sort of zoomed in one, so we made it that, and now we have a me as an emote, and then it's used everywhere. And I'm like, well,
It's like I can feel the emotion on the face every time I see
Oh yeah.
it. It's beautiful.
yep.
It's just the unimpressed the unimpressed face.
All right, our competitors are ready. The match is set.
And so it begins.
Ready when you
All right.
start it when you're ready.
Here we go.
No
So for the
Buzzsaw
first-
versus Buzzsaw.
Yes.
It's no versus no,
What?
and we're gonna have a yesily good match. That was a tongue twister if I ever tried one.
Ooh.
Okay, whoa.
All right,
Okay, camera. Thank you very much.
No. Oh no. It begins. So here we have on the left-hand side, it is Team No Buzzsaw. MCC and Noah have chosen the Buster Commander, known for that extra damage, extra armor penetration, and that highly destructive active ability. Facing off against their opponents in this mirror match, it's Team No, with Gengar and Flynn Shadow heading it. Also choosing the Buster Commander, known for that extra damage and penetrative ability. In this mirror match of name and commander alike, what kind of nonsense are we in for here? Because I haven't the foggiest idea.
I know what nonsense we're in for, because apparently the mod gave up on naming the players and just went T1, T2.
Oh, no. So that takes a moment to load in. It'll fix itself here in a
It's actually me assigning
It's
it.
manually set, yes.
And I'm just being very slow.
I'll
and
take
careful.
that back. I didn't say that, so you don't find that in the video. It's not there. You're just imagining that.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's bot nose head.
Nothing to see.
Beep boop.
It takes a moment to update. It was just
Even my dog looked over at me and was like, huh?
Oh man.
There we go. So, when it comes to this commander, the Buster Commander is most known for its ability to upgrade cannons. Cannons gain the depleted uranium upgrade, which causes them to deal incendiary damage as well as gain an armor-piercing effect, so they penetrate deep and ignite things. It's great for dealing just chip damage to anything inside, great for dealing just a little bit more damage overall to cause repair bills. One thing when it comes to, this is the only commander that has any notable synergies with the aircraft. So when dealing with aircraft, specifically the Thunderbolts, they can deal absolutely insane damage during the commander ability active. I suspect we're not going to see that here in this map. So it makes me curious, at least not out of Team 1. Nope, I'm...
Oh,
Hello there, monster. How you doing?
So, it's not... it's still not ideal. Here we have the rear player for Team 1 going for Noah, going for deck guns. It's typical deck guns, which, I mean, it works, but like... It works for Buster, but it isn't that high of a synergy, certainly not better than Overdrive, so this seems quite forced to me. Whereas MCC is going for Nighthawks, not for Thunderbolts. Nighthawks don't dramatically gain a benefit from Buster. So I question why they would choose Buster over something like Spook, which is just a general overall more powerful option. Whereas Team 2 seems to actually be taking advantage of it a little bit more.
I think I know why they've chosen it.
Go on.
To mess with your head.
Yeah.
They did it because they can.
So why are you doing this? Because I can.
I mean, that is an option, and Buster is still quite strong.
Nope.
Nice.
Nope, you can't
I
have
must
that
say,
one.
I do like seeing the Buster active with triple deck guns. Just all of the... It's similar to the kind of the Thunderbolt. How all the streams of fire just kind of go through, and there's a few shots for each.
I love seeing actually all the like other commanders in general getting used, because it felt like for a long period of time it was always Overdrive or Hurricane, Overdrive or Hurricane. And it's like, well, you have like an abundance of others and nobody was using it, and now it seems to be all of them have different abilities. Like, you know, you're trying to find out if there's new strategies you can use for the current ones on new weapons, and well, obviously you're on the middle of the sea, something like that. But it's nice to see the sort of like other commanders getting used and in ways that can actually lead to wins rather than them all being sidestepped.
Yes,
very true.
That's I like how that's been playing out, with so many more options being available now.
I'm noticing Gengar here is really going all in on his planes. Has not very much metal production. Oh. First plane. Nice shot by the Flax, although they're about to get shot.
Maybe. No, he's...
Or not.
I think he's... I think he took the other shot and saw it didn't hit anything, so just assumed it's not there because of the way it is.
Possible.
Though Team 2's commander is a little bit close to being ready.
Some T3 action going on.
Yeah, I saw that
see
actually. A little bit of an empty space and not much is. I don't know if they're. Oh, they're. Well, I mean, wow. A double whammy there.
Very nice shots.
Not enough anti-air out of Team 1.
2 deck guns down though from that cannon shot.
Yeah, that arc was very nice from Flynn Shadow there.
You know, if it was me, I would fire the flak right now because the airfield is wide open and that causes a lot of damage if it goes up.
Yeah, the airfield has a ridiculous amount of HP. I think we're just kind of trained to not even try shooting at it unless you've got a cannon.
Well, I mean, is that gonna snap?
Not quite. Very close though.
Direct hit to the core.
Yeah, 73% left on it. Oh,
Too
he's
close.
like, nope. I suppose that's one thing. He's raised his fort up, so when that fired, then he's not going to be able to actually. The plane's going to go nope unless he sets it on fire.
True.
And for those
Set on
who
fire
don't
planes
know,
also do quite a bit.
yes, they collide whether they like it or not because their plane's a burning piece of ash. And it just, well, yeah. That's a lot of gunners.
Oh, yeah.
Curses, I
They're
think they
definitely gonna
heard
ramp
you
that.
about the lack of anti-air.
Well, I think it's more to do with they got hit by a giant Nighthawk explosion, and they don't want it to happen again because we'll actually just blow them up entirely.
Yeah. They heard
Friendly
they heard
fire.
them too.
Yeah, I guess you didn't want those smokestacks.
That's going to set back Team 2 fairly substantially.
Yeah, smokestacks
Yeah,
are
they're-
give you a lot of power, but they're also like 2 of them down. That's ouch.
Yeah.
Very ouch.
Oh,
And there you have it.
there's the tier 3 away somewhere.
Tier 3 is active.
Interestingly, it
It's-
looks like Flynn Shadow has his tier 3s almost on top of each other.
Oh, that tower's gonna go.
Jeez.
That tower's gonna go. Wait, what?
Secondary explosion right there.
Yeah, the entire. Well, oh dear.
Taking note of the match.
Oh, he's
They were
shooting
too low.
Yep. It's usually good to test the waters out beforehand, but when you lose your teammate, you got to go for the Hail Mary shots.
So much damage. Tier 3 almost hits his teammate. Flynn, where is your practicing with that one's also not gonna hit.
Oh!
That had to have been the last second that plane could drop a bomb. Jeez.
Directly in.
What? And then the tier 3 comes down after.
What a shot. I gotta see
Oh
that.
wow, that was. I'm just gonna run away to Cursus's stream a second. And then
It's
I'm just gonna.
so much damage coming in from a single airstrike. It's ridiculous, and I love to see it. It makes me happy.
Oh yeah, that just was beautiful to watch.
Hits the ammo as well. Just takes it right out. That's a very good strategy. You got to learn just where those planes, the last second where they can drop, as it can obviously do quite a bit of damage.
It's just
Looks like Noah was taken
snuck
out.
right through and just ow. That looked a little
yeah.
bit painful. Just a little bit.
The secondary explosions on the batteries going that actually did it.
Yep, for Noah there.
Whew.
Oof. Well, very well played by both
Team
teams here.
No taking the victory over their opponents. No buzzsaws.
Now that is what I like to see from planes: the sneak attacks and just yeah.
Yeah, they have to get below the radar there, so to speak.
I
they
suppose
do the
you are
most
using
damage
a
when they're that
stealth
close.
jet, essentially. You know,
True.
living up to its name.
All right, so moving on to round 3, we have Team No going up against Team Seep. Very nice. Seep defending their honor here, winning both of their previous games. You have to see if they win their third and final against Team No.
So much excitement.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting. So this is the second time we've seen tier 3s employed in the matches, both of which have failed to do anything. The first one, I think, was a strategic error in that they expanded to an entirely separate base before upgrading their own and attempted to build tier 3s there, which would never work regardless of what weapon you chose. The second match, this last one, I feel like it was good, except that they missed all 3 shots. Almost hit their teammate, actually, which makes me concerned for Flynn's aim with tier 3s, but...
Yeah, that's scary.
Yes.
When in doubt, I suppose you at least took out somebody.
I mean, you're not wrong.
The pyro mentality.
No, Pyro's mentality is literally just, I killed everybody, so therefore it doesn't matter.
The 7-kill victory.
Yes. He's probably going to kill us all for talking about him, but oh well.
Sorry, I was just going to ask about the bands. Get the bands going.
We'll get those underway. Just reminded me about the expanding. Typically, if you wanted to do that on a map like that, it's not a bad idea, but just the timing is really the main component. You really want to get a foothold in there, maybe take out one base, having trouble taking out the other. You need that extra little bit of space to put more firepower in or get more resources. You usually want to do it just a bit later and not have it be your primary direction of going for those first few minutes.
Indeed.
Not a bad idea, just different time
to expand.
Work on your own base first, and then go to other places.
Exactly.
Work on your own thing, and then go.
Oh yeah. But still, on maps like that, you definitely do want to capitalize on the extra space if you can, not right away. All right.
So there is one thing I wanted to talk about tier 3s, is that tier 3s are uniquely capable of dealing ridiculous amounts of damage to the boat forts. It makes them quite powerful. Of course, they're still quite an inefficient weapon, so utilizing them normally is kind of hard to do, but if you can get them to land their hits, they are extraordinarily damaging, even by the usual standards that we see. So I am curious, especially given the much more slow nature of these matches ever since the DLC changed up the meta. I am curious to see how much more common they will be. And here we have a tournament with some of the best players in the game that are actually using them. And in this last match, one of the players on the winning team built 2 tier 3s and they still won. So they're actually usable now as a legitimate weapon, which is a weird thing to say. And they're actually powerful given the effect that they have. I am genuinely curious as to how they land in terms of realistic weapons for these matches.
Yeah, those tier 3s. I mean, now that there are more weapons that are built into the game, like the orbital lasers and the deck guns that have more of that kind of upward trajectory that you can tier 3 or have coming from the upward angle a bit better. People are more accustomed to defending from more directions than just one. So kind of inherently makes weapons like tier 3s and maybe magna beam cannons less of a surprise factor and more of just I need to defend against this now because there are other weapons like this that happened pretty commonly now. So it's definitely raised the skill floor, I think, at least when it comes to defenses and everything else surrounding those weapons.
I think that's lower in the skill floor, but yes.
Or yes, that's yeah.
It's just more you have to do in order to be full defended. But if you remember, the boats are not good at defending, being defendable from the upward direction from orbit, as it were. Because unlike standard forts, the wind turbine equivalent, the smokestacks,
yep,
they have to be open to the sky, which means they're just vulnerable to things like those artillery trajectory weapons, especially the tier 3s, which can't be shot down via the normal flak and anti-air options. And that just makes them like a purposeful vulnerability built into the fort that the tier 3 is just designed to exploit.
Yeah, very true.
And so it makes boats have a very hard time.
Yeah, that added bit of difficulty. Although, like regular turbines, smokestacks can be defended by shields. The smoke does go through the shields, and it doesn't block their efficiency. So, if you really wanted to defend that upward area, you technically could.
And we're off.
It looks like it, yes.
Is it No versus
All right.
Seep?
Yes.
No versus Seep.
Oh, I like this map.
Oh yeah. This map is very fun.
Indeed. Another 4v4 map where the players have been stuck in the middle to handle it. Which commanders were banned this time?
I believe we have Scattershot and Overdrive. No Buzzsaws banned Scattershot, and Team No banned Overdrive.
But
so
we
similar to
have
last time.
some interesting choices that we haven't seen in this tournament yet, actually.
Ooh.
Hey,
I'm excited.
I see Spook here. That someone didn't ban Spook. How dare they?
But as we can see on Team 1, we have Shakana, allowing the players to build barrels and have disconnected forts. Something that we often see on matches like this, especially if there's only 2 players. Team 1 here with Gengar at the back bases can build a little expansion off the back, make a little boat, disconnect it, and reconnect, and have access to boat technology. So you can build boat swarms or the marine swarms, the propellers, and the smokestacks if you'd like. So you kind of have a hybrid fort consisting of both, which is very nice.
Yes, and that makes for some quite powerful options. We haven't seen that strategy used extensively in really anywhere, but it is an option, and I'm curious to see how it will get used throughout the future.
Oh yeah,
I wonder if we
In
might
some-
actually see it now. It looks like
maybe.
we're starting to get something like that set up here.
in a few games on this match, just for testing purposes, I've well, especially with Pyro because it involves swinging. So of course, we've swung just like these little kind of dinghies with just a bunch of smokestacks on them, just into the water, just everywhere. They get like 25% angled straight down into the water. So it works. It works pretty nicely.
When in doubt, just fling it and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean technically they're in the no build zone, but it doesn't matter because we don't need to build anything else on it. Just pre-build them and then swing them.
Just chuck them into the water and let them exist. It's just, I mean, it's free energy. What are they going to do about it?
Exactly. I wish you could do it with the propellers as well, but the propellers have to be inside of the water in order to be built, so you can't just swing them randomly.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to like. You can't really drag bits of your fort up to then fling it over, I suppose.
Oh my gosh, Frazzz, you're a genius.
No, behave, Bob. No.
I know what I'm doing after the tournament.
No.
Oh,
If you
man.
do that, you need to make sure there's like video evidence, either via GIF or via like video or whatever. But yeah, you'd need to like build it and essentially bring it up, then fling it, which is a lot of
sure it can be
physically
done.
stuff involved. But I mean, when it's you concerned, I don't know. You could turn your fort upside down and make it fly if you wanted to.
Oh, I'm sure something can be found out.
So here
Alright.
we see some developments happening in this match. First up, we have here on Team 2, we have the orbital laser being constructed. On a match this close,
Ooh, there's not really
orbital
much in the way
laser
of
is quite
time.
difficult. Yeah, it's quite difficult to shut down. This is why we see such a prevalence of shotguns most of the time, is it's the hardest counter to it. His teammate is going with the fire beam plasma beam, so we expect to see some anti-air thrown in there in terms of the fire beam in order to shut down any attempts of stopping the laser. Unfortunately, with the return to sender destroyed, that was a major part of his defense. It's going to be a hefty replacement. Team 1 is going for multiple fire beams, and then we're going to have the typical shock and awe 20mm cannon combo. Quite the good. So we're going to see these cheaper fire beam and cannon weapons used to start, and then the commander abilities will be activated, and they will be upgraded to the heavier hitting plasma laser and standard cannon for all the cost of nothing, which is quite powerful.
Additionally, with that commander active, the smokestacks and turbines on Team 2, I think all of them as of right now will be shut down with the active.
Ooh. Yes, indeed.
Nice timing. I believe the commander active stops up to five smokestacks and turbines, and then after that it scales down. So
that's a very smart placement there by Flynn Shadow, actually. Well, there that goes.
Immediate shutdown. This is why we don't see return to senders, guys. Because they just get immediately shut down by people who know what they're doing.
Is that cannon going to tip?
We have
That's good. Oh my. Fart.
Uh-oh. But as we can see here, while the fire beams aren't upgraded into lasers and 20 mils into cannons, they do take the amount of energy required for those upgraded weapons. So they need to make sure they have stockpiled the right amount of resources in order to actually fire.
Kronk's actually coming out with a different thing. It's like, I'm still waiting for torpedoes to get added alongside depth charges. The only thing is, the depth charges wouldn't really work because you're not moving. Unless you had them as some sort of...
to be some mods that are created that
definitely. Although, you know, they could just have, I don't know, because you had tons of cannons, I don't know, tons of torpedoes, tons of... tons of fish.
I don't know. Just with the luck, I'm sure once the devs would think of the idea, someone would make a mod instantly. I can't tell you how many times.
So all we're gonna do? Why is it there already? That's the thing with the modding community. They're crazy. But
it really does have an active modding community.
Games that survive, like games that have really good, solid support and modding, last a lot longer. Case in point, Fort's been 5 years old. How? I don't know. But I do remember at first when you had to like get a hold of the map and put it in the folder and everything before the workshop and stuff came on.
Yeah, workshop really just opened the floodgates and just made it more fun and easier for everybody to do, which was always our intention from the get-go. It just didn't make it into the launch version, but I'm really glad that we added workshop support because that's just gone nuts, really.
Yeah, you give people the chance to input their own creative ideas into the game.
That's right.
Very
and
nice.
a lot of it as well. Like, obviously we do have like fort ships. Oh dear.
Oh, that's
that
it.
landed.
Team 1 had almost no anti-air.
Spam sandbags. Oh,
Nope.
Not enough. Well played.
Oh no.
Team 1 was unable to rebuild their anti-air. Not that they had much to begin with, and that was the end of that. Close-range orbital bombardment.
Apparently, I've just given
shut from
Kronk
Alex there.
ideas by saying tons of fish. I dread to think what's about to happen now. Oh dear.
Oh my gosh.
Weaponized fish.
There is a mod.
Lasers
There is a
are
fish launcher that me and Kirsty decided to fight each other with, and so it was essentially we were slapping each other with fish. But now Kronk's got the whole tons of fish idea. That's
Depleted uranium trout.
Too much mercury in the water.
And Kronk telling me, fun fact, Fort's Moo Shot, so the Moo Shot, the cow mod based on a typo in the thumbnail, is about to hit 10k subscribers on Fort's Shop. I'm going to pretend that's not a thing. And we're just going to go back. Gengar lost his cannon, you know, we're not going to...
Just gloss right over that.
Sold his cannon, is what he did.
Well, he still lost it in a way, right? Okay.
One of them looks like it did explode. He did have a repair center there, which also died in the process of those fire beams. Team 1 is sniping it very, very quickly.
What is he going after, though? Like, can he go after anything?
Well, at this point, Team 2 is just trying to go straight to Team 1's core. Like, they know Gengar doesn't have any weapons. They've already focused all that down and made it go away. So now Team 2 is just looking for blood. They're looking to end it. It's just a matter of time.
Waiting for their orbital launcher to be... Or their orbital laser
it's a
projectile
little
to be
bit
built.
Yes.
smidgen off still at the moment, but not too far. Whereas, I don't know, like, if he's going to be... like, what he's going to go after. What would you do in this sort of point?
As Gengar?
Yeah.
I would try to regain map control, which is almost a lost cause in this scenario, but...
Or you could just have the team...
Snipers.
well, that's...
Does that hit?
oh,
Does that-
no.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
After all that.
Well, we get to see it hit some land.
Hey, bye, tree.
If only there was a person there.
You're mean. One person taking the full brunt of an orbital laser to the face?
Oh, yeah.
Ow.
Are you kidding? For our viewing pleasure? Of course.
I have questions about you, Bob. I have questions. Are you mentally
It really is.
insane?
The match time really is, especially in forts, the perfect kind of balance between you're kind of annoyed when you lose, but it's not like the end of the world. It's a very nice balance.
Speak for yourself.
I don't know. I like seeing my base get destroyed by orbital lasers. I look ooh shiny and then big flash.
I don't know what to actually say about that. I just don't know.
I'm a simple man, Frazzz.
Oh, shiny meathead.
Shiny boom.
Looks like it's going to be a little while before Team 2 is able to fire their orbital laser again.
Looks like it.
So right now they're just a little bit off here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. Pop, pop, pop.
Teo has his second
keeps
laser now,
smacking
building
him
a
in the
third.
face.
Oh, jeez.
You know, it'd be really, really bad if Matteo just fell.
Oh, yeah, I was noticing that before, but it looks like he's done a lot of structural restabilization.
He's got the extra enhancement to keep himself in the play.
Although there's a lot of red going on there.
In there.
There's a lot of red right down the middle.
I mean, there's the thing. Even if that red strut breaks, it's not going to cause the rest of his base to collapse. Like, it will just redistribute the weight across the rest of his struts there. So he's not in danger of collapsing. It'll just kind of pop and restabilize itself.
It'd be really funny if it popped and then split right up the middle.
I think that would be very funny as well. Ooh. Gengar is building a cannon. Maybe a 20 mil? Nope.
No, he's getting rid of it now.
Sorry, deleting a cannon on 20 mil.
He's like, I'll build it and then I'll get rid of it.
Oh,
man.
Boy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Now there is a vertical shield, but I don't think it's forward enough.
I don't think this is lethal. It's just fast.
Oh, we did see the orbital laser get absorbed by the shield instead of reflecting. So that was good to see.
Is it not meant to reflect?
Well, with Shakana,
no.
she absorbs lasers, so under that same category.
I suppose that's one way you get
lasers.
energy.
Yeah, true.
If I kill
It's an
Alex,
interesting interaction that you don't get to see much. Oh.
Mario is killing Alex. Never mind.
Definitely was an accident. He thought that was the other teammate.
1377.
There he goes.
1370. Lead time. Hey. No, well,
Team
close enough.
Seep moves on.
Hey.
Well played.
Congratulations.
So Team Seep defending their honor here.
Who do we have? Is it new Buzzsaws against Death Fridge?
Oh yeah. All right.
Actually, do they win?
I believe so, yes, but we still have one more match to go to determine placements.
Yep.
Yes. Just this last one here, Death Fridge, depending on how this one goes out. But yes, Seep has, I think, taken first.
Yeah, looks like it.
So well played as Team Seep.
Congratulations.
Indeed.
Seep is Mateo and Alex.
Oh yeah.
Another badge for Mateo.
Yeah. Clearly needs another one.
Oh yeah. Gotta get that 26th.
Yeah.
Oh man, so many community tournaments badges he has as well. See the FPL badges in there. Nice. I'm amazed he hasn't tried to start a YouTube channel or made some workshop items.
Yet.
Oh yeah. Some 2 badges right there.
Okay, so yep.
Looks like we have
just getting the lobby ready.
New Buzzsaw against Death Fridge. Who wins, who loses? Well, we're going to find out. It will not include in curses.
I have to say, as far as fridges go, a death fridge is probably the worst kind of fridge, isn't it?
Agreed.
I mean, the fridge is typically a positive thing. You go in there, you're expecting something delicious or refreshing, but this one gives you death.
Or you could find people hiding in them.
Like playing Dark Souls. You open a fridge and it's just
I'm assuming that with the laughing, I guess that a few people get what that is reference to.
For the Death Fridge?
No, like you'll find people hiding in them. Please tell me you get that. You probably won't, but I'm thinking that Nosehead might. It's not pop culture. No. It's not a pop culture reference. No.
Any type of reference.
All right, so I'll tell you a little story. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom decided to steal a reporter's phone and then hide in a fridge from them.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm not even kidding.
That sounds like it sounds like Florida man stuff.
No, he was getting criticized, so he stole the phone that they were recording like the interview on, and then hid in a fridge.
Interesting. At least it makes a good tabloid, yeah.
That is what happened. And that's not even the funniest thing, but I'll find the article for you in curses so you can have a little giggle at it. It did actually happen.
I will absolutely look that up. That's
because
just
Oh,
people, when he disappears, and people wonder as everybody goes, "Have you checked the fridge yet?"
Oh jeez.
We must be getting close here, right?
Scatter, ban architect. And now we are ready to go.
Need a couple of people to ready up. Here we go.
Hashing out their plans there.
Kill other team.
Doesn't take too long.
Don't sink own boat.
Well, that's me out then.
And we're off.
The commander
Welcome
choice.
to the final match here of the main placements.
I like the commander choices. We've got a little bit of spook and a little bit of goody. Are we gonna see them using the shields then? Door shields?
Probably
It's possible.
Because they're always quite nice.
I mean, in matches like this, yeah.
Every time I get a hope for that, it's never for the shields. It's because they want mega splash damage 20 millimeters. That's what they want every time. And that's what they use Moonshine for. It never fails. Like, you could just, put a shield door on, but no.
Gotta get the EMP, but bigger. And like 80 of them.
Exactly. Just completely lock down your opponents and drain them to death. Just drain them dry.
Whenever I hear of Moonshine now, all I can think of is battleships and accelerators. The 20 mil active accelerators.
Oh my god.
Return to sender portals? Nah, don't care.
Just clean through them. It's devastating and I love it.
It's very nice. There is really nothing that can stop them now.
Makes me wonder, would it be worth trying to do that with Scattershot just for the projectiles during the active? Because I mean, it's what, 2 more projectiles added in with the active ability?
So?
As the accelerator aligns them anyways.
So
it's
true.
not like it's gonna make that much of a difference.
It's similar to like Warthog or Buster shots.
Yeah.
They all have a similar.
Damage.
Oh yeah. Warthog 20 mils are very nice, especially when they're all in one place going Mach 7.
It's so brutal. What was it last stream we had some discussion about open accelerators, the non-breaking kind?
Ah yes.
And because the discussion started because there was a lot of talk about, oh, how could you accelerate weapons that don't normally break things like the laser pointer, like the laser designators, or weapons that don't like to play well with other projectiles, things like the howitzer. Well, you can just use open accelerators, which are different, but they work just fine. They serve the same purpose, and they cause the same effect.
Oh yeah. I remember, I think during testing for the DLC, we tried to accelerate planes, and then just tried to accelerate their the care packages. So the bombs that they drop. Oh man, Nighthawk, doing the Nighthawk accelerating. Oh man, that was pretty good.
Did you blow up multiple times?
Oh yeah, many times, but it was very much worth it in the end. There has to be a gift floating around somewhere.
Bobber, I'm going to have to ask you to be in my next recording session to do that, okay? Thanks.
Oh, it's been a while. I'll try though.
It's been a while. The DLC's only been out, what, 6 weeks? 5?
Oh yeah, but it's been so long.
What's the time to live on the payload of the Nighthawk?
It's not very long, I think, but I know it's doable.
Okay.
It's doable to accelerate.
That was a good shot with the MP.
That was a shot, yes.
Didn't need that, bro. Oh. Another hit.
It's doing nicely.
This is the EMP effect here. It's cheap, it's easy, no one cares to defend that at the 2-3 minute mark. It hits and it shuts down the entire team's weapons.
It's like you didn't need that beam building, you can just wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
And here comes another one. Boink.
We do see shield doors, and they are shut down because EMPs happened.
Well, there goes the. It looks like Noah's selling the EMP.
Yeah, you could have just
Knows
kept
after
that
a
up.
few shots, they're going to start defending against it, and then by that time, they're just going to keep wasting their resources defending against a weapon that's not there.
Exactly.
Although we have the doors coming away, then getting put up, and time for 320 mils. Against 2 cannons and
Firing directly at Noah's weapons, taking out one.
The other one a little on fire though. Oh, saved just.
Yep, looks like they make it.
Speaking
Team
of
1.
EMP, with Team 2's active ability, the Team 1 gets EMP'd right back, losing all of their weapons to being locked down.
You EMP us, we'll EMP you back, but harder.
Oh yeah. one little EMP versus the.
Oh, here comes another one.
20 mils.
Or, well, just 20 mils, but I've just realized that their Team 1's Noha is core is quite open to being hit if the angle is correct. But there goes the cannon.
It's gone.
Oh, just as it finished building too. That's gonna stink.
Ooh, it's like, yes, I can finally, and it's gone.
Oh.
Didn't need that anyway.
Fire beam party piece there, going right through the doors. Doesn't care. Doing whatever it wants.
Getting bullied.
Oh, yeah.
Fire beam care not for doors because. Oh.
Just charging.
Oh my
active
lord!
Here. Oh, and there's the EMP.
Oh my
Holy
lord!
Moly. Oh, to the there it goes.
Yep,
Much EMP and it's gone.
Both lasers gone. Away with the win.
It's hard to tell what's going on with the EMP effect.
Seeing the amount of like energy that Ethan burned through firing them, though, he's like right in the red.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Well, there you have it. 320 millimeters. It's the damage of this match has been done entirely by your hybrid weapons. It was 320 millimeters and a fire beam. Did all the damage. Sure, their plasma beam exists, but it just wasn't. It's unnecessary.
What did?
Interesting idea from MCC here, getting those those heavy mortars there. Team 1 or Team 2 does have a flak, but one flak isn't going to be enough to defend against all of that. But
well,
MCC is firing them all at the same time.
Yeah, you would have to sort of like a good old 1-2 punch, but no. Oh, whoa. Oh.
One makes it through.
A poor smokestack got a slap in the face.
Yes, as long as MCC staggers those. And
there we go.
There we go.
Now they'll land consistently.
Oh, Eaton going for the snipe.
And it's gone.
Bit risky here. Eaton has single doors. I mean, they are shield doors, but they're not
Can
that
still
much
go
more
through
strong.
with an AP sniper, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh my!
I mean, even if you had
God.
7 shield doors, I think it would still go through. I think 7 is the limit for AP snipers for shields.
So one thing to note, the plasma beams, they explode quite massively when they're destroyed, and that core
It's right.
at 2% will not survive. If that plasma beam is destroyed, it takes the entire base with it.
That is
Other player in the game right now with a very low, or if any core damage dealt to their core.
Oh, that's yeah.
Stealing some eco.
Didn't need it anyway. We've got
Well,
double
Eaton
cannons
is
up for
full
Noha,
on
who
metal.
is now firing, and he has to make it. Ooh, that
nice.
might. Is
Through the roof.
that going to take the laser?
Nice shot
No.
there. No one needs MCC to stay alive right now.
Yes.
Just
I'm
to
interested
distract
see
from those cannons.
MCC isn't
Oh.
aiming his
Oh no 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 no
his
no!
mortars.
Oh dear.
But the EMP strike is active.
Snipe? Close.
He's.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's been more sniping going on.
Oh. There goes more shots.
And shut right back down.
Oh.
Oh.
Honestly,
So
that
much
looks more
economic
vicious than
damage.
it can be. It looks so.
brutal.
It can be obviously very, very brutal, but it does also look more vicious than it actually ends up being.
True, true.
Oh, there goes one
Going
door.
for the 20 mils now. Definitely not a bad idea.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
Oh.
And take a gunner. You get that in the face. And there go.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice shot.
Beautiful follow-up
Well, the
shot.
other ones go.
The nice thing about
Oh, now
having dual
we're
cannons.
trading mortar for mortar.
Yeah, it's turning into a mortar game now.
What?
I
So
like the idea.
surprising.
The
The
shields
door
are
needs to
coming into
close.
push now.
Oh dear. Oh dear lord.
Got his own
Oh.
mortars there. Oh, mortars coming in. Jeez, the propellers in the bottom of MCC are getting EMP'd now. That's how you know it's bad.
Oh,
Oh man, the EMP effect on those mortars is pretty good as well.
he's getting rid of the mortars now. Oh,
Oh,
wait, what?
very close to door snipe.
There's just no way. How do you?
How did that go through the laser?
What, the cannon shot?
Yeah, it went through the enemy's laser beam.
The blue lasers don't destroy projectiles.
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
Fire beams do though.
Jesus.
That's alright.
Let's try with sniper.
The EMP. Oh, we have a dome.
Ah, okay. Dome's probably a little
Looks
bit
like-
better for protecting the core from getting blasted to pieces.
Yes. MCC is focusing a bit more on defense, as MCC is very well aware that any amount of splash damage or chip damage at all onto his core is the end of his base.
Whereas
looks like Firework is
Noah
following
is
it, getting
trying
rid
to
of
get
those
through.
mortars as well.
Noah is trying to get through to that laser, because if he can get rid of that, that's like an insane amount of offensive damage taken right out of the game.
Oh yeah.
He's waiting.
through that, it'll be very good.
Oh. Did that hit like a nut?
Close. Looks like it hit the door just as it was closing. Oh, shutting down the cannons so they don't have time to reload.
Oh my.
That EMP effect is very rough.
Both teams have massive amount of damage at their disposal. Any amount of breach of defense for any side
Will
would
just
be
kill
the
them.
end. It would be
Yeah.
disaster.
Noah's upgrading his arsenal here, getting a howitzer just below his cannons. Luckily, with playing on boat bases,
Oh, they're
if you do
focusing on
drop
that
stuff,
point.
it typically doesn't explode inside your base.
Oh.
Oh, that was a
Ow.
close.
It's gonna be terrifying for MCC here.
How is he not
He has the
dead?
dial. He has the dial. See how close he is to death, and just sees all the shots coming in right at him.
That's
How
so
is he-
extraordinarily expensive to repair all of that.
Oh yeah.
320 mils worth of damage. That's not something you can just keep tanking.
Yeah, like eventually that's just gonna go through. Although he's building a second laser. Oh.
Looks like it. Just gonna try to.
Oh,
dip
they're
more
trying to
damage
get the
just
door
take out
snipe on
those-
the 20 mils.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's
Such small doors though.
obviously 20 mils. They're gonna take longer to. Oh, there's
There
the door
we go.
snipe.
Nice shot.
Yeah, he got it.
They tried to trade for trade, it looks like, but cannon's still standing.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where a team 2 would lose a 20 mil there, but Noah would lose a cannon, so it would technically be a plus for team 2. Fireworks just waiting with that laser, trying to get for the counter snipe.
I'm curious. Noah they're spook. They should know that Eaton's topmost 20 millimeter is vulnerable to a drop shot from on top. Given that range, it's going to be inconsistent to make the shot, but you can just keep firing.
Oh my. Oh, well, or that could happen, and then you could just let it burn.
Or just break through the front door. That works too.
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
both
we
players
could do
focus
it
there.
this way, or we could just be like, here, we're taking a sledgehammer to some wood.
That'll do
Oh, it looks
That'll
like-
do just fine.
Uh-oh,
in the
here we
place where
go.
Firework did have those mortars, he's now put a orbital launcher
Which is
and already has the
terrifying.
ammo built. Oh yeah, if that makes it through, which I think at this point really easily could.
Oh, there is gunners at the
Team
front of
1
Noah.
does not have much in the way of anti-air anymore since those mortars
No.
went away. This is going to be potentially a surprise. It shouldn't be. Team 1 is spook. They're aware that it's been building, or they should be aware that it's been building. So they should have plenty of anti-air, but it looks like they don't, in my opinion, they don't have enough.
Oh,
And it
that's not gonna
completely
make
shut
it,
down.
but
Yeah, they do have 4 gunners in Noah's base, and then there's 3 gunners in 3 gunners in Noah's base and 4 gunners in MCC. So I mean, they do have gunners in order to take it down, but if that, I mean,
oh,
No.
the
if
doors
that
open.
shuts
Could it
down
be it?
everything.
They're EMP'd.
Oh, 20
RNG.
millimeters are so bad at
Oh,
aiming. The door was
using
open.
the metal
That
storage to
could've been it.
defend it.
Oh,
Here comes death.
oh, it's gonna
Yep.
get going. If it was hit, looks like he has the cannon ready. Oh, and a dome.
He
And
just
he
fired
uses the
everything.
cannon.
It's just like everything go at it.
He uses the cannon to try to burn it down. Oh
Oh
no.
well. At least team 1 is happy, even though they kind of wasted a cannon shot, didn't hit, and that's really all that matters at this point.
Oh, are the doors open?
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Oh, going from under. Jeez. Any of
This
those
is
batteries get
tense.
touched next to the upgrade center,
Oh.
not good.
It's just
Like Noah's building a second howitzer. Oh my gosh.
I do
If they
it.
make it through, Noah just needs to arc shot that howitzer onto Eaton's forwardmost base, which that's what he's doing here.
Is that what
He's
very nice?
validating the AA.
Oh, is that gonna?
what a nice
Cannon
shot.
follow up.
Uh-oh.
Do it.
Oh,
Cannon follow up.
Yes.
Yep.
There it is. One more.
Nice.
Do it.
Oh my.
Yes.
There it
Oh
is.
my god.
That's
Oh,
a damage
what
fire
a-
as well.
what a
20 mil might
turnaround.
go. Oh, there it goes.
Oh,
Secondary explosion damaged the core. Yeah.
You don't see it often, but when it
20%
happens.
down. That was a very nice turnaround.
Oh yeah. Team 2
No
just
choice.
now needs
Eden
to
just getting rid
get
of
a
the
lot
batteries.
AA.
Like, nope, needs to go. Get it out.
Yep.
What just?
Yeah, Team 2 just has to make sure they don't get hit by that orbital now. That's all that matters.
Oh,
Nice shot.
No tricks, no gimmicks, just cannon.
oh, that went right through.
Just as
Bryce, we haven't
Incursive
seen-
says, just cannon. What is that that's floating down there? There's a piece of wood.
Looks like a little,
Yes.
little on fire brace.
Goodbye. I leave this day.
Oh, there it goes. Looks like we're just
So with
sniping
that-
now. Not a bad idea.
With that, Team 1 has taken the lead quite a distance from front of them in terms of game state.
They're trying to.
The question
Oh, that's gonna go straight. Oh, quite a. Oh,
Nice laser.
And the cannons.
yep. Oh,
Oh, nice.
One.
Oh man, I personally would be focusing.
Oh
This
no!
is a Hail
Oh no!
Mary
He's
shot.
stopping it. Oh no! That no,
It's
that's gone.
landed.
That's gonna be the end, I think. Jeez.
Noah has to basically do a Hail Mary moment here and just get the two. Like, if he can take out Ethan here.
Yeah.
He
He's got those two howitzers. I would definitely be focusing back base at this point. He needs to get rid of back base at least somewhat to get rid of that capability of the orbital launcher. That is the one thing right now on that team that could really do a lot.
The problem
He needs
is
to be focusing that tower.
That's exactly correct. The problem is Noah has been suffering so heavily throughout this game. He doesn't have the energy production to do that kind of damage. In the time it would take him to spin up his energy production or save up to actually get the damage done, Eaton's gonna be back in the match.
Oh, missed a bit of the fire. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Noah's not repairing.
The Howie's getting a little bit toasty. The
Oh,
There
going
it
for the
is.
energy production.
Trying to build the smokestacks up there, and Team 2 knows this. They just shoot them down.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't built any buzzsaws yet or anything like that. Knowing that back base, he's shot cannons through it so many times. He's got to know it's at least somewhat background bracing. Even if he does hit the front, it would be
He's been starved for.
true, and not having enough energy.
Yeah, it's
There's a lot.
lacking the energy, lacking the metal. He needed to break through the front door of the forwardmost base, and Buzzsaws just won't do that.
Chance coming out the
true.
same thing that you just mentioned as well about the like focus on firework is the only way to kind of like
Oh man,
get
The
rid of
laser.
that, so it would take down a lot.
doing very nicely.
But like, I mean, obviously we've got a minute and 15 seconds left. If he does enough damage, he could, but like with the core being gone.
I know it has no AA. He's gonna really hope that dome can defend against the orbital when it comes in.
That's.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, that should be
I
the
think it's
trigger
dead.
for firework here.
Oh, it's fine.
I think
Yeah, there it
was
is.
a bit.
Oh well, now
and
it's
the
gone
EMP,
and EMP'd.
That's going to land.
I think that's it.
Yep. Oh dear.
Oh,
There might be enough wood, but if any of those get touched, it's gonna be.
Oh, the cannon's
Not
it. The
good.
cannon's
Background
open.
bracing on top. It's going to go clean through.
Yeah, there was nothing at the top
Ow.
of it. Absolutely nothing at the top of it. It's just got a straight fire shot to the cannons. Ouch.
Well, Noah has enough energy now. He's gonna have to go for that Hail Mary shot. Oh, he's leading a howitzer. Ooh. Uh-oh.
One
Uh-oh,
howitzer
right.
in a dream. 10 seconds left, and I don't see a path to victory here.
Yep. Gonna try to Hail Mary fire maybe once
Ooh, no.
It's too late.
or not.
this
Too
match.
late.
Oh, 20%, 64%. Look at the damage.
A lot of damage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So much damage.
Takes the
Team 2
victory.
doing double. Oh, geez. Very well played.
Whew. That was very well played all round. I mean, give like MCC a tip of the hat, basically. Like 2% of that core was like for the longest time unable to not suffer until he was hit with an orbital laser, which is, you know, ow, regardless.
Very ow.
You had bolt, you have no longer have bolt.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I think we have our results in the round robin.
I think so.
If you refresh, you probably, I'm not sure how you guys are showing the if you're able to show the standings, but it shows our results there.
Yes.
Round 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, on the challenge page, probably not in the way that we've been doing it in our system here, but on the actual website, it lets you show the actual what do you call it? The
standings.
Yes. I think they call it
The final.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the final results as well.
I pasted it in the chat.
In first place, we have Team Seep going flawless in this particular tournament. Mateo and Alex will win their first place. So congratulations to Mateo and Alex taking first place in Tournament 23, the first tournament of the High Seas DLC.
That's right. Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Second place, Deathbridge coming in with 2 points, followed by Team No with 1 point, just beating out their counterparts No Buzzsaw for fourth. And there we have our standings team. Yes, it's actually quite surprising to see such a clean match there. There was an opportunity for everyone to take second place except for Seep, who took first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe we have a victory screen as well, don't we?
Oh yeah, you would think I would be on. You would think I would be on top of that. Let me click buttons here and
quick
see
smash keyboard buttons. Blah, 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 blah. And
yeah, and that's the winner screen is up.
And there we are.
Alrighty then.
Hey.
Alrighty. Well, GD this. Mateo and Alex coming in first place. And congratulations to everyone else who played.
Thank you guys for
matches.
stopping by. A nice short tournament, so nothing too crazy. It's about 2 hours, 20 minutes ish. So it is not a hellacious time of nights for the European players.
That's true. All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate everybody's efforts there, all the players and all you guys helping on the stream and everybody in the background as well. So thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you, one and all. Thank you guys for coming out and enjoying the show. So for now, congratulations to Alex and Mateo, and I'll see you guys later.
See ya.
All right. See ya.
Well, guys, that is it over for the Forge tournament. If you've missed this, the VOD will be there for you guys to catch up on. Make sure you join in Discord because you can get in some recordings with me. But thank you very much for joining me today. I hope it wasn't too rusty. Because, yeah, streaming is a bit rustiness for me. But hey, plenty of videos, plenty of stuff. Come chat to me if you want to. And thank you very much for everybody joining today. It has been awesome. That was a fantastic... an awesome last match, and thank you to Incursus Nosehead for having me as well, and obviously Bobaretto and Romero, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. And it was pretty damn awesome. Without further ado, guys, thank you so very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.